get Major Shah into this. Major Shah, it's a very poignant question. Okay. Now, the likelihood of the Muslim population in India outstripping the Hindu population is very minuscule. It's unlikely to ever happen. But the question is, even if it were to happen, why is that a problem? And I'll tell you why some people think it's a problem. Because you can argue, sir, that in a Hindu majority country, the Muslim minority, you can debate thriving or not thriving, is increasing in numbers. But in Pakistan, which is a Muslim majority country, the Hindu minority has almost vanished. The Sikh minority has almost vanished. And if you're sitting in India and looking, as I mentioned, to the West, you're not seeing great examples of Muslim majority countries flourishing. Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, I mean, you know what's happened recently in Iran, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and I gave you the example of the home of Makkah and Medina, Saudi Arabia, which, you know, is calling driving a car a major reform and a major achievement. So we don't see good examples, and that's why Hindus think that if one day we were to live in a Muslim majority country, what would be our fate? Our fate would be that of the Hindus of Pakistan. Why are they wrong?
Right, Rishabh, that's a very interesting question. But before that, I would like to tell everyone that I don't think that there is any community, as per religious community, in danger in India today. Be it English, be it the Muslim community, be it the Hindu community, any community. If we continue thinking this way, then yes, our nation will come into danger then, because then we'll be divided. Because united we stand, divided we fall. Now, I totally agree with my fellow panelists over here, all of them. I think they spoke a lot of sense, a lot of very, very mature views they were having. I really compliment them. I will quote some small little figures which were as per the periodic law force survey, that PLFS of 21-22. Now, the literacy rate of Muslims aged 7 and above stands at 77.7%, and the labor force participation rate of all ages as per that stands at 35.1%. Now, in a written reply to a question by TMC MP Mala Roy in Lok Sabha, the Minority Affairs Minister Smriti Irani, she said that as per the 2011 census, because last census was done in 2011, there's been no census there after. So the Muslim population is 17.22 crore, which constitutes of 14.2% of the total population of the country. Now we are going by that. Now, as per that report, the report of the Technical Group of Population Projections, that's on July 2020, the National Commission on Population Countries projected population in 2023, that's this year, now stand at 138.82 crore. Now, accordingly, applying the same proportion of 14.2%, which I mentioned about the Muslims and the other total population, there was the 2011 census, if you go by that. Yes. Now, if you see the growth completely, why I have given these figures is, you know, as per the Muslims, as of today, it stands at 19.75 crore.
Yes, yes. So unlikely at the current pace that Muslims are going to exceed Hindus in India.
Right.
But the problem is that the Muslim population in India is happily increasing, both in real terms and in percentage terms, year on year, decade on decade for the past 80 years. But in Muslim majority countries, the minority populations have either completely vanished or decreased so drastically that they are hardly recognizable. Why does this happen in Muslim majority countries that the minorities start vanishing, sir?
Okay, let me answer that. So, as I said, that, no, we have to understand one thing, not as Hindus, not as Muslims, not only as Indians, but universally, globally. The population of the earth, of the world, is growing, and it's growing at a very rapid pace. Now, that has to be controlled and curbed, because there is going to be serious problems for our next generation because of the major population boost. Now, as you mentioned earlier, having children is your personal choice, whether how many children you have. Well, personally, Major Mohammed Ali Shah and my wife, we decided on having one child, and we are very happy with that child, and we are very, very happy that we didn't plan to expand it further. Now, similarly, a person might want to have 10, but again, I would say, when we should come up with a law.
No, sir, but that doesn't address the fear. Like I said, it's an unlikely fear to be realized, because It's
Right.
not like 800 million Hindus will be converted through some love jihad or some other thing. That's not going to happen. So we have to be realistic. But it's a reasonable
Right.
question to ask that in Muslim majority countries, the minority populations start vanishing either through conversion or even worse means, and Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran are all bad examples of what happened to the minorities. So why can't we find good examples of a Muslim majority nation in which the minorities are flourishing?
Right. That's a very good question. See, I believe, as Allama Iqbal once said, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. So one will flourish when one has it in them. You know, and most certainly it's not about a Muslim majority country or a Hindu majority country. I, being a Muslim in India, I've never felt discriminated ever. I've always got a fair chance for everything. People have been very, very
But the
fair.
Hindus in
when you just-
Pakistan have not. No, sir. So you know what's happened to the Hindus in Pakistan. Why has their population disappeared? Why the Pakistanis' last census, which was conducted 20 years ago, says only 6,000 Sikhs left in Pakistan. And Pakistan is mostly ruled by Punjab. What happened? What happened to the minorities there?
Okay. Pakistan basically has got a very bigoted society. I mean, India has got secular democracy over here. Pakistan is a republic. I mean, they don't have a democracy or this. They're not secular. There, one Sikh gentleman joins the army, it becomes front page news. Oh, one Sikh gentleman joined the army. Danesh Kaneria, the Pakistani cricketer, his uncle was a wicket keeper during Imran Khan when he was the captain of Pakistan team. But he was
Yeah, but he was sidelined.
discriminated.
Yeah,
And if you
Yusuf
see
Johanna
logically
was a
again,
Christian.
that's
He had to convert to Islam.